For years now, Democrats have been plotting and scheming to undermine the democratic process, all under the guise of protecting our democracy by trying to have Donald Trump's name removed from the ballot next year in order to prevent the American people from voting for the man who we obviously want to be our nominee and our president. And they have failed at almost every turn until yesterday. Back in October, a judge in New Hampshire threw out the lawsuits to try to have his name censored from the ballots there. Also, earlier this month in Arizona, they failed. Also, a few weeks ago in Michigan, they failed. But the Colorado Supreme Court ruled yesterday, unilaterally, that Donald Trump should be disqualified from being on the ballot. They're claiming he's ineligible under the 14th Amendment because of their conspiracy theory that he supposedly committed an insurrection at the Capitol on January 6th, which is interesting because Jack Smith did not charge him with committing an insurrection or inciting an insurrection, which actually is a crime that is on the books that he was never charged with. This is the kind of thing that happens when your country is hijacked by communists, because voting isn't allowed anymore, and the Communist Party doesn't allow anybody to challenge their power or to even question it, just like YouTube and Facebook and all the big tech platforms for years banned anybody doubting the outcome of the 2020 presidential election, with YouTube censoring 8,000 channels. Not 800 videos or 800 channels, 8,000 channels. Upon hearing the news, Vivek Ramaswamy posted this lengthy statement, followed up later with this video, which looks like it was recorded in his campaign bus, saying this.
They have just tried to bar President Trump from the Colorado ballot using an unconstitutional maneuver that is a bastardization of the 14th Amendment to our U.S. Constitution. This was a provision, Section 3, that was designed to bar Confederate members, people who switched to the Confederacy, from actually being able to serve. That's very different than what's at issue here, to say the least. This is a hollowed out husk of what the country was built on. The basic principle that we, the people, select our leadership, not the unelected elite class in the back of palace halls. That's old world Europe, not the United States. That's why I'm making a pledge today that I will withdraw, I pledge to withdraw from the Colorado GOP primary ballot unless and until Trump's name is restored. And I demand that Ron DeSantis and Chris Christie and Nikki Haley do the same thing, or else these Republicans are simply complicit in this unconstitutional attack on the way we conduct our constitutional republic.
Then, almost 2.5 hours later, after Vivek's initial statement, Ron DeSantis finally got around to denouncing this horrifying attack, quote tweeting Senator Mike Lee, who posted this gif of some bananas dancing around because we're in a banana republic, saying the left invokes democracy to justify its use of power, even if it means abusing judicial power to remove a candidate from the ballot based on spurious legal grounds. Supreme Court should reverse, and of course, they will. Neocon Nikki Haley still hasn't posted a statement about it. Many hours later, although she was asked about it, I believe, by a reporter, where she then did respond to saying that what they were doing to him was wrong. But, of course, she would rather just focus on seizing power herself by any means necessary than worry about what the Democrat establishment is trying to do to destroy President Trump's life.
You know, every election cycle, we talk about this is the most election of our lifetime. Lawrence, this one is. This one is. You know, every election cycle, we talk about this is the most election of our lifetime. Lawrence, this one is. This one is.
Rachel Maddow got so excited about the big news that she phoned it in to MSNBC because she only works over there part-time now, 1 day a week, even though she still is portrayed as the face of the anchor, where she fantasized and dreamed about the possibility of the Supreme Court upholding the decision, which, of course, they will not.
If the Supreme Court were to affirm this ruling, he could be disqualified, not just in Colorado, but in multiple states. And so, like, the stakes couldn't be higher. As you say, they define themselves as originalists. What does originalism means? It means...
She's talking about the conservative Supreme Court justices who are originalists, meaning they interpret the Constitution how it was originally written, unlike liberals who fantasize about what they think the Founding Fathers meant when they wrote it down.
It's no wonder crooked Joe Biden and the far-left lunatics are desperate to stop us by any means necessary. They are willing to violate the U.S. Constitution at levels never seen before in order to win this election. Joe Biden is a threat to democracy. It's a threat. They're weaponizing law enforcement for high-level election interference because we're beating them so badly in the polls.
That's right, sir, and it's all detailed in my new book, The War on Conservatives, which you can still get in time for Christmas if you order it in paperback today from Amazon.com. Makes a great gift for anybody on your list who you're trying to help wake up or get up to speed. It's a great refresher course. Goes very, very deep down the rabbit hole. And I don't care how big of a news junkie you are, how well you think you're plugged in. You're going to find some fantastic gems in here. It helps support the channel. So head on over to Amazon.com or click the link in the description below and check it out.